Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to a 4-foot-tall, 3-legged creature trying to claw its way into your house. This might sound like something straight out of a horror movie, but that's exactly what a man from Enfield, Illinois claims happened to him in April 1973. Henry McDaniel returned home one night after a long work conference and heard something scratching at the door of his house. He went to investigate the potential intruder, thinking it was maybe a bear or a dog, but what he discovered, he claims, is much more terrifying.
It has 3 legs on it, he said, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. It stood 4.5 to 5 feet tall, and it was grayish colored. What Henry was describing would come to be known as the Enfield Horror. Terrified, he ran to the bedroom to grab his flashlight and his .22 pistol. He then ran back outside and fired 4 shots at the monster. He later said, "When I fired that first shot, I know I hit." He said the creature then hissed and leapt off out of sight. He claimed the creature leapt 50 feet in just 3 leaps. Henry was of course shaken up by this encounter and proceeded to call the police. When police arrived on scene, they made some very shocking discoveries. They saw scratches on the side of the house as well as footprints similar to a dog's on the ground. The footprints, however, did not have 4 toes like a dog, but 6. 2 of the prints were 4 inches wide, and the print of the 3rd foot was smaller than the other 2. Henry said he did not believe the creature was from this planet. Henry's attack was not isolated. In fact, 30 minutes before police received his call, they received a call about an attack on a small boy in which a creature with large talons ripped the boy's clothes and shoes. Despite both of these unusual reports, many on the police force didn't believe in this so-called 3-legged monster. Less than 2 weeks later, however, Henry awoke in the middle of the night to his neighbor's dogs barking loudly. He looked outside and could see the monster once again, but this time it was farther away, at the train tracks near his house. After several minutes, the creature leapt away into the night once again. This time, Henry didn't engage with the creature. After the second sighting, news began to spread. People began coming from out of town to try and get a glimpse of this mysterious 3-legged beast. The local sheriff was displeased by this publicity and threatened Henry with jail time if he didn't quit speaking out about the monster. However, this didn't deter the crowds, and more people flocked to Enfield to try and catch the creature. On one occasion, the sheriff arrested 5 people for shooting at what they claim was a gray monkey in the woods. A search party led by Indiana radio station WWKI host Rick Rainbow reported seeing an ape-like creature in an abandoned building near Henry's house. They claimed to have gotten a sound recording of the monster and also fired a shot at it before it fled the scene. They then had world-renowned cryptozoologist Loren Coleman examine the sound recording, who claims to have heard the monster's cries, which he described as banshee-like sounds. Despite this investigation, that was the last time a reported sighting of the Enfield Horror ever occurred, and the hype surrounding the incidents eventually faded. Some people have suggested that the creature could have been an escaped kangaroo from the local zoo, which may explain why it apparently had 3 legs, since kangaroos are known to be able to stand on their tail. But Henry vehemently denied that it was a kangaroo. He said he spent a lot of time in Australia during his military service, and the kangaroos there were like pets and were around him all the time, so he's very well aware of what a kangaroo looks like, and this was no kangaroo. Others have speculated that it might have been a wild ape. Apes are known to inhabit certain parts of the US, such as Mississippi, but it should be noted that Illinois isn't known to have a wild ape population. In 1978, researchers from Western Illinois University did a case study on this incident and noted, "In this area of southern Illinois, it is not unreasonable to assume Mr. M or the radio news team had actually seen an animal." People we interviewed framed the recent events in these terms. Their accounts admitted the possibility that large dogs, calves, bears, deer, and wildcats had been sighted. Some frames suggested that an exotic pet, such as an ape or a kangaroo, was the catalyst for the monster reports. Finally, some people tactfully suggested that Mr. M had a notoriously overactive imagination and had probably been shooting at shadows. In any event, we interviewed only one person who agreed with Mr. M's claim that he had indeed seen a monster from outer space.
Did Henry McDaniel really see a three-legged creature from outer space? Did Lauren Coleman really hear the sound of this creature on those recordings? We may never know the answer to this, but if you live in the Enfield, Illinois area, keep your eyes peeled just in case. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons because it's actually the only way to keep the three-legged creatures from paying you a visit tonight. With that, it's farewell for now, and I'll see you in the next video.